Ah, almost forgot to turn on my mic. Alright, so, hello to all my viewers. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Friday stream. As usual, my name is Sean. I make games basically. Normally this would be the part where I talk about what cool new prototype or feature thing that I have to show off, but this week has been challenging for a lot of reasons. So rather than like canceling the stream outright, I figured we would kind of just jump instead, just straight to Star Ocean. Probably come back with some prototypes for next week or the week after. Life's hard. Is basically all I can say. A lot of work things came up. Things got a little tricky. So instead, we're just gonna chill, play some Star Ocean for the full stream instead of doing our half and half, and have some fun, I think. So let me make sure that our thing is running. Stubby Basis said I am here, but I need to AFK first. So I was just reminded of some things I needed to do. All good, my man. I'll chill. Correctly. Inputs are a little off, so I'm gonna mute this for a second. Hide this while I make sure that the input's fixed. And also so I can adjust the sound down just a little. Turn this one off. Just 1 second while I mix down the volume. Ready? So, and alright, inputs are working, everything is good. Alrighty, so we're on it. Okay then, so last time on Star Ocean 3, where we were last time was basically, if I remember correctly, right, we found this young man, by which I mean little kid, by the name of Roger. I think his last name is Huxley, but I don't remember. The point is that we met this kid named Roger, except Roger's kind of a jerk. Roger was like, hey, can I come with you to come find this girl that you're looking for in this forest? And my answer, after laughing a lot, was no. My answer after laughing a lot was no, we are not going to take you along. And that's because Roger's a jerk. Oh, we just got a license alert. Okay. So what that license alert means is that somebody invented something.
You're sure up late. Don't stay up too long. File as soon as you can. Are you sure this is the item? Okay then, I'll have it evaluated.
I mean, I only found this. I didn't actually invent it, but sure. Let's see.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item. What a fabulous review!
It's actually pretty good.
Test the market, we'll decide the quantity to distribute. Please be patient.
I think I randomly found this in a chest.
Looking up invention information for details.
I found this in a chest.
For which you can file a patent right now.
And so the way that it works is that if there is an item that you either invent through the inventing system or find in a chest in this game, then you can register it. And you still make like money and sales commission off of whatever it is that you registered. So
Preparedness now saves grief later.
yeah, we can also kind of see what other inventors on the continent are sort of getting up to. Check info.
Continental map has been updated.
invention list.
Quite a sight to see a long list of your own inventions lined up here.
Yeah, so you see, we have the Winking Sage Cider, which I think we found in a treasure chest somewhere in here. And then the other stuff that other people have made. I think if you do recruit inventors that have invented stuff, you can actually make money off of their sales too, but I don't remember exactly.
Check the cities and dungeons that dot the continent. Oh my, dead last! You can do better than that.
Yeah, so the only downside is that with items that you find, you're not registered in the invention rankings in that sense, because you found them, you didn't like make them. So I'm gonna turn that around at some point. At some point meaning when I actually can invent some things that are worth it. Inventing without a guide is really hard in this game because you have to do a lot of oh boy. I'm gonna make it, I think. Just want to get. Dang it! I hate this game sometimes, but yeah, mostly with inventing in this game, without a guide, it is kind of a crapshoot because it is potentially very easy to burn a lot of money trying to invent something, and then you don't invent anything, and then, you know, you have to kind of figure it out from there. I will more than likely be using a guide for at least some of the crafting stuff, but not for a little while yet. The main objective here is that I need money to do a lot of inventing, because I'm going to be messing up a lot. And I also don't want to do a bunch of safe skimming on camera, because nobody finds that interesting. So basically, generally, in order to have a decent chance of not wasting your money when you invent, I am now here, Popper. Good to have you back. Good to have you back, buddy. But yeah, in terms of inventing in this game and actually making the best out of it, basically, if you're trying not to waste your money right when you get into the invention line, you have to spend some time to figure out what the proper price points are for certain things. Otherwise, just waste a lot of time trying to invent something in a bracket range that you don't have the inventors for. I may try to cheat it a little bit today, just for experimentation's sake, so that we can kind of see if I can invent some stuff and maybe start making some money. But we'll have to see about that. We'll figure it out. The main trick is just that it's a matter of making sure that I have the right people on the job, and then I'm giving them enough money. But again, to pull that off, I need actual money. So for that reason, that is the real reason why I want a really long bonus gauge, because now I have double money after I finish this battle, provided that I don't get the gauge broken on the side. Biology, healing, no. Yep.
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
This is good. We want this. Mostly because leveling obscenely and making a lot of money are the only ways that we're going to get around this. Like, as it is now, with 4,156 full, I could maybe do a little bit of inventing, but the good stuff gets really expensive. And it's going to be very hard. So I will do my best after we get out of the forest to see if I can come up with anything good. But odds are high that it's gonna be a tough sell.
Blade of Fury! Want some?
Ah!
Too late for regrets.
Every time. Every time. Every time. Every time. Every time. I'm just cursed. So, what happened there, for those that don't know, or who have not played Star Ocean before, or this specific Star Ocean before, when that bonus battle gauge broke, I lost my triple XP, I lost my double money, all that kind of went down the drain. And right now, I am not fighting enemies that are strong enough to refill the gauge faster. So what that means, effectively, is that if I want it back, it's going to take a lot more work than I'd like to have to put in right now. But, you know, so it goes. Fine, though. Ooh, don't know where that one came from. A little bit of a hiccup there.
Blade of Fury!
Healing!
Take that and that and that!
Ice Beetle!
Fight! Moron, know your enemy.
Look at that, I could have had 400 and... math is hard. 246 full there instead of 143. But the battle gauge broke, and so here I am, crying on the inside. You know, as one does. This area is a plot area really more than a grinding area. To answer the question of would it be more efficient to go to an area with enemies that can fill your gauge faster and then come back to this grinding area? It's not a grinding area really, it's story gate. So if I go to somewhere that can fill my gauge faster, I have to leave the whole forest, go to enemies that can potentially just like walk all over my face, and then come back, which is not ideal. Kinda don't want to put myself in that situation, because they'll hurt. Then I'll die a lot, and I'll waste a bunch of supplies. So, not ideal. Sort of want to, but it wouldn't quite work out. So, there's still at least 1 or 2 enemies in here that will probably give me 80 rate is not bad, right? So, this is workable. The main thing though is I have to sit on top of this, witch, or I'm going to die, because, it does MP damage, and nah, get out of here with that.
Blade of Fury!
Ice Beetle!
Want Blade of Fury!
Electric!
Blade of Fury!
Electric fist!
Blade of Fury!
Moron, know your enemy before you strike the first blow.
There may still be a couple of tree monsters around here, but not really sure. But yeah, so to explain to our viewers with Star Ocean and what's about and why am I playing this game specifically. So normally, on these streams, I spend some time showing off some prototypes, stuff that I'm working on for whether current game projects or just kind of stuff I'm doing on the side. But this week, honestly, not a lot of new things really got done. I don't have anything new to show prototype-wise, so I decided to kind of just jump straight to the second half of the stream, which is me playing Star Ocean, getting hit by rocks, crying about my bonus battle gauge breaking a lot, and a lot of those other things. A lot of other things that kind of come with the territory with this game, I should say. Dodge that, tongue attack. And so what we're doing right now is, there's a young lady that had a very unfortunate, severe respiratory attack, basically, in this forest, and we're trying to find her before, bad things happen. So right now, us running around this forest is mostly trying to find her before something really bad happens. Well, something worse happens, I guess is the better way to put it. So dip duck. And yes, in this particular cluster, you always want to get rid of this enemy first, because MP damage in this game can actually kill you, and this this particular witch character is like very good at that now. No, none of that radio stars nonsense. Yep. So always get rid of them first.
Blade of Fury! Blade of Fury!
Biology. Killing. Yep, 0. How does MP damage kill you? 0 equals death? Yes. And both physical skills in this game will consume a little bit of physical skills in this game will consume a little bit of your HP when you use them, and magic will consume MP. So yeah, if you run out, then that's it. That's the tweet. You're done, basically. So either HP or MP can kill you, but this applies to the enemies as much as it does to you. So there are certain circumstances where you can, in fact, get away with. If an enemy is too strong to HP kill, you may be able to kind of cheese it out by MP killing them instead. There's definitely at least one boss where I'm absolutely going to do that, because fighting them fairly is no bueno. Nell Zelfer, our ninja friend here with the red hair, is going to be absolutely integral to making the boss in question look like an absolute joke. Because she has a move that does obscene amounts of MP damage when you use it. And she's learned it already, so now the only thing that's left is for her to keep using it a bunch so that she can kind of spam it with impunity when it comes to that. Playing fair with this game is not the look. Do not play fair with this game. Just take it and break it over your knee, basically. Never play fair with Star Ocean. Star Ocean does not care about your feelings. It will destroy you. And all I'm doing right now is just buffing up character statistics real quick. Low on MP, speaking of which, you are correct. She is. I should fix that. Blackberries. Yeah, so the only enemies in this particular dungeon that do MP damage are the witches, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem if she's low, but every now and again you just want to keep an eye on it. That is a lot of rate. Wow. I don't know why just that chameleon had 110% rate. That was weird. I don't know what's going on there. But we take those. I don't know, but that was a lot. And I'm okay with that.
Here I go.
Looks like a good fight.
Alright, hang on. No! Ruined it! So with the bonus battle gauge, to explain again why I'm like, the last attack that you use to fill it determines what bonus you get. You can eventually get all of them. It's not that big of a deal, but in order to, now I have to basically keep going in a battle chain without breaking the gauge in order to eventually work my way back around to like triple X EXP and double money and all that. It's doable. It's just not ideal in this particular case. I would have wanted to fill it with a weak attack so that I could get triple XP.
Know your enemy before you strike the first blow.
Getting increased
Here we go, guys. Get a move on.
yeah, like getting a chance for increased item drops isn't super helpful against the particular enemy set that I'm facing right now. Oh, that's probably why it's 110, because it turns invisible and you can't hit it. Starvation. But basically speaking, though, insofar as the bonus battle gauge goes, really, you want to fill it with like a weak attack first, usually. But you know, what can I do to make sure that I don't break the gauge? Don't get hit by attacks, basically. Blocking attacks is fine, but that means I have to pay attention to like what the enemies are actually doing, so that I don't get randomly caught out by a hit that I could avoid. So that's mostly it. A lot of it is basically just to pay more attention in order to keep the gauge from breaking. So sometimes like just the most random stuff will break it. So it's one of those things where you have to make sure that you're not. You have to pay attention and make sure that you're not doing that thing that I do where I'm talking so much that I'm not paying attention and I let the weak attack hit me. I don't, and so mostly it's just like pay attention, don't get hit. So like the AI, as far as my party members go in this game, is pretty good. Just have to be very diligent about making sure that you don't get got by not paying attention to certain other things. I feel like there was a way that I missed over here, and I kind of just wrote it. Yeah, see, I wasn't looking, and so I missed that. That, this, touch this. And I think that should be enough. Is there anything over here that I can get to? Yep, down here. Much as I wish I could fully complete this map, because that would also help with some of the money things I was complaining about, I can't get. And even if I could, it would probably involve like a lot of nope. Wait for her for that one. Ow, ow, ow. So if I can keep the battle gauge going for another battle after this one, then I should probably be able to get another bonus. Second, let me just make sure that Nell doesn't. Ah! I want to swear so bad right now. Every time. It just never fails. Never fails.
Okay, that's over with.
Why am I here? Just to suffer? Anyway, I can fix this. This is fine. I'm a little annoyed, but this is fixable. That first. Not using MP for anything else. That.
Here I go.
Looks like a good fight.
Fury!
Shadow Wave!
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Ice Beetle!
Yes, Snake. Oh,
Fury! Blade of Fury!
it sure feels like it sometimes, but you know.
Too slow!
Didn't reach. Just barely didn't reach.
Moron, know your enemy before you.
Well, I guess if I run into another chameleon, I'll probably be able to do something about it. Whoop, whoop. I can dip those nerds. Let's see here. Oh, here's a save point. That's not ominous at all. Well, let's save it anyway, just to be safe. Never be too careful. Oh no. Oh no. So these trees, the reason why we have this weird fairy following us around is specifically so that she could point out to us which of the trees in the forest were actually these trees. But now they're just here as like regular encounters. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Looks like a good fight.
There are two of them. And it started at 100% rate. That should tell you everything. Also this. So that should tell you everything that you need to know about how this fight is essentially gonna go.
Blade of Fury! Blade of Fury!
Ah,
Blade of Fury!
yeah, this is also the reason why I was actually a little bit afraid to fight these, but I decided I'd try it anyway because I am not scared of anything, which in retrospect was maybe not a good idea. I'm getting rocked. Mostly the thing is that the tells for these enemies are a little bit difficult. And so part of it is that I can get around it if I'm watching them carefully, because then I'll know. And then the XP isn't even that good. Okay, forget that. If it was triple, then it might be worth it. But picking a fight with them is now not worth it. However, picking a fight with this nerd most definitely is. Look at that sweet, sweet rate.
Blade of Fury! Blade of Fury! Too slow! Sorry for all the trouble. Blade of Fury!
Visible. Visible.
Blade of Fury!
Invisible again. Yo. I already don't like this. Every time.
Blade
Are you kidding me right now? Why are you still? Okay, hold on a second.
Blade of Fury!
Alright. So stop trying to hit it and just wait. Or kick it and randomly just splatter it. Sure. Ignoring the puppets, because I really don't want that smoke. Oh, wait, what? What? Okay, so this part of the forest doesn't count for complete... Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. I didn't sign up for this Lost Woods-esque nonsense. I didn't ask for this. Literally no one. I didn't want this. Okay, oh hell. Why? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I did not want this on a Friday. On sale. But I think that means that...
Hey there! How's new product development? A new product has gone on sale.
Ah. So all those are out for sale now.
Shop information has been up. You can check the inventory status for products.
And we can see which shops have products and etc. All that's good. However, comma, not my concern right now. The Lost Woods is never a good idea. When is the Lost Woods a good idea? Never. Never. Basically never. But, you know. Xenix, after all. Welch, I appreciate what you're trying to tell me, but right now is not the time. The fact that there was a save point before this and a cutscene. I don't like this at all. Okay, what do we do next? Something's coming. Of course. Okay, sure. Oh, not another one of these things.
Looks like we got a tough fight ahead of us.
Yep.
We're gonna have some...
Alright. Yes! Okay. Good. Alright, I'm gonna cheat and do something that I normally don't do. I'm gonna save a backup just in case. Right now, yes, he looks very gross. However, comma, he looks very gross, but we now have an opportunity to get triple XP off of this bad boy. I cheated and made a backup save at exactly this point, just because there is no way I'm passing up triple XP on a boss. No way. Oh. That's what we're talking about. Look, yo! You see these numbers? You see that number? You see that number? The foal is whatever. You see that number? Yeah, it was fast. Like I said, I make a habit of like grinding like hell in this game to sort of compensate for the fact that I haven't done any real invention stuff yet. But do you see this number right now? Do you see this number right now? That is half a level, easily.
I did it, Claire.
Yes, very poggers. Bless. I think there's a trophy for beating it in 30 seconds, but I'm not gonna try to get that one right now. I'm not gonna get greedy. Oh, now it counts for completion. Okay. Oh, whatever. Let me find Amina. Let me get up out of this. Get up out of this piece. Because honestly, I don't want to push my luck. 1,200 experience points. That is a blessing. I needed that today. Oh, Lordy Jesus. And the fog lifted. Yep. I have actually forgotten some parts of this game. It has been a while since I played it. So, like, I know I remember all the major plot twists, but then there are, like, little things like that, like, oh, right, I forgot you have to do this, that, the other. That I definitely don't remember. So this is more like a semi-blind casual playthrough, if you want to think of it that way. Yeah. The only thing that would really be ideal in this situation is if I could actually get full completion on this map. The reason for that is because if I had full completion on this map, I could start making money for inventions. And I know I keep talking about the invention system, but like literally, basically, part of how I'm gonna break this whole thing over my knee is to be able to invent really good stuff. But inventing really good stuff in this game takes a lot of money, and it can be a little tough to get your hands on that. Okay, right. I have to not get hit by that because then I'm gonna break. If I break this before I even get to like a 2-chain, I'm gonna be so angry. No, get out of here with that. What? Wait, oh, wait a minute. When they're invisible, I can't see if they're gonna do a weak or a strong attack. If they're invisible, oh, okay, I get it now. When they're invisible, I can't see if they're gonna do a weak attack or a strong attack. I hate it. But I didn't break the bonus gauge, so take those. Oh, well, guess we found her.
Amina! Amina!
Well, she okay?
She's still breathing, but I don't think her chances are good.
Let's get her back to town. Quick!
Yep, indeed, it is not Era. So, this young... So, this young lady is Amina Lefeld. She looks a lot like one of the friends of our main hero, Fate Line God, and so...
Let's hurry.
He has been
Yeah.
keeping, not like a creepy close eye on her, because that's, like, gross. But, you know, he talked to her in the city. They got along pretty nicely. They chill with each other. That kind of thing. Slow down, please.
I'm so happy she's home safe. Thanks to all of you.
That short guy has a really inappropriate facial expression. Honestly, I'm not I mean, either way, I think they were just doing their due diligence. I missed the expression on their face. Also, this game just has weird facial expressions sometimes.
No, the doctor said that had you found her much later, it might have been too late. Oh, I feel so sorry for the poor girl. She lost both of her parents and now this disease.
Ma'am?
Oh, it's all the war's fault. If it wasn't for this war, Amina's parents wouldn't have died and she could have lived in peace.
That's why the killing has to end.
Not wrong.
Indeed. But there's not much we can do. All we can do is make wishing charms and pray that Apris ends the war.
Maybe it was just a matter of they were looking and like smiling because, oh, she's not dead. Or they got to her just in time.
I'd smash those Eriglyph scum into little pieces. I feel so powerless.
Power. Amina!
Fate? Why are you here?
Don't get up, Amina. You have to rest.
Why are you here, Fate? I thought you were going to leave for Aquios today.
Well,
These people brought you back here after you collapsed. You collapsed on top of the mountain, Amina. I couldn't carry you all the way home, so I came back to get help. But that's when I saw this boy.
I see. Fate, everyone, thank you very much. I'm so sorry for the trouble I've caused you all.
I also just had galaxy brain realization that I maybe had as a kid, but then we had just now. Characters that are important-ish actually have modeled mouths so they can talk and stuff.
Don't worry about it.
But the NPCs, their mouth movements are all through texture manipulation. And I didn't realize that until just now. And my mind is like,
He's right. You just concentrate on resting up and getting better.
Okay.
and my brain is telling me I've noticed that before,
And Amina?
but I don't know why it just reoccurred to me just now.
Yes?
I asked that doctor to take care of you for me. If you start feeling worse, go see her right away.
Got trying, yeah. Yeah, basically.
But how will I pay her?
That's not a problem. We've already come to an agreement about the fee. It's all taken care of.
I can't let you do that.
Sorry, Fox. Okay, that was low-hanging fruit. Got that one.
You need to learn to take favors when they're offered. Don't worry, you don't owe me anything. That doctor is an old friend of mine. I'm happy to use my connections to help.
She's right. Listen, she says it's okay, so it's okay.
But
How about this? Just think of it as payment for the Maiden of Arisa. Does that sound fair?
that was a gift.
Come on, just say yes.
You want to see your friend again, don't you? You'll need to get better as fast as possible if you want to do that, right?
I don't know how to thank you.
Don't
Better
mention
there.
it. Fate?
Yeah. Amina? Sorry, but we have to go.
You do?
I'd like to stay and help you get better, but there's something important I have to do. It's something I've thought about a lot. At first, I was just going to run away from it all. But then I realized, sometimes you're the only one that can make a difference.
This might have been a little more topical than I was intending, and I'll leave it at that.
And if it's something that might help people, you've got to give it a try.
Yes.
Fate, you don't mean...
That's right. I'll cooperate with you. Of my own free will, of course. So let's go. Before I change my mind again.
Okay.
You're as easy to read as always.
Shut up, Cliff.
I'll take that as a compliment. Alright,
Good to read as
we have
always.
to go now. I'm sorry, ma'am. Please take good care of Amina.
I will. You folks take care of your own work, whatever that may be.
Thank you.
Fate,
Huh?
I'll see you again, right?
Yes, you will.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. Take care.
All right.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at this crafting thing real quick. For this cutscene.
You sure about this?
Just notice how Fate is carrying his sword, and I got flashbacks to Cosmo not being able to get through a door in Konosuba. Well, the good thing is that Fate, the good thing is that Fate, by virtue of the fact that he sidekicks all the time, knows how to fit himself through doors.
Yeah.
So, whatever happened to that precious UP3 you used to worry about all the time?
For those that are just joining, the UP3 is basically the equivalent of the Prime Directive in Star. I almost said Wars. Prime Directive in Star Trek. Don't mess with planets that Blake's flight haven't achieved it yet. So the main other conceit of Star Ocean, if you're wondering why this is coming up, Fate and Cliff are both basically aliens. Fate is just actually a regular human, and Cliff is a Clausian. He comes from this planet that's like 3 times heavier than Earth, and so is, frickin' swole and all that. But basically, we crash landed on this planet that we're on now, Elicor 2. At least by playtime standards a couple hours ago. We crash landed on this planet. We're kind of just chilling out here, trying to figure out next moves and how to get off to go find Fate's parents.
Yes, well, I've made up my mind.
Fate's parents have unfortunately been separated from him. There was an attack on the resort planet where they were kind of all just chilling out, having vacation, so they got split up. Fate has crash landed on 2 separate planets so far, trying to find them again. This is the second one.
I'll do whatever it takes to end this war. That's all.
There are things I can do that no one else can do. If there's a chance I can help. Cool, kid. Very cool.
Yeah. We got off. Basically what happened was that there was evacuated from the shelter from the planet. Yeah. Just all like us. Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, we've interfered so much already, it's not going to make any difference, is it? And there's no guarantee we'll ever get off this planet.
Oof.
Making a virtue of necessity, huh?
Is that wrong? I have to do something if I'm ever gonna get out of here and find my dad.
You got the right idea, and I think you could use a little gung-ho, you know?
You think?
Well, that's the way I prefer to do things anyway.
And yet, every time I hear him talk, I'm reminded that his voice actor also is Kakashi in Naruto. Okay. Right.
Alright, let's go. She's waiting.
Alright, I'm gonna cheat just a little bit and go look at some of these invention tables and see if I can come up with anything before we get up out of here.
Took you long enough. What were you talking about?
Oh, nothing. I was just asking him if he's gonna miss Amina.
Silly question. Of course he will.
Lay off the teasing, all right? It's not like we're going out, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, about the doctor? Thanks.
Don't thank me. I was just doing what I wanted to do.
But
Actually, that doctor is one of my subordinates.
Nella's always like this. Yeah, Nella's voiced by the same person. Yeah. Wendy Lee, who, if I'm remembering correctly, anyway. Kate is Steve Staley, who is Neji, which is why occasionally I joke and I call him Neji. Cliff is Dave Wittenberg, who is Kakashi, and then Nell is Wendy Lee, who is not only Kurenai, but if I remember correctly, I might be misremembering. I think Wendy Lee also does Faye Valentine and Cowboy Bebop, but I might be wrong about that.
You mean like Tynaeve?
Well, they're not all doing the same thing, but they are all agents of Aquaria, and they help me out when I need it.
How nice.
Just the same, please accept my gratitude.
Yeah, if you listen to Fate very carefully, you can hear the Neji come out if you listen.
I said don't worry about it.
What is it?
Can I really believe what you said back there?
About what?
That you'll do what you can. I take that to mean you'll cooperate with us?
No, don't question it.
Yes, I
He
will.
said yes. Just go with it.
Well, I welcome your change of heart. I'll have to thank Amina and her friend. But are you really sure about this?
Okay, Wendy. Alright, trying to figure. Okay, Wendy. Yeah, I'm like 95% certain. I guess one of the benefits of growing up on those dubs is that you sort of can recognize some voices.
I'm just going along with what he decides.
I was not able to pick up Dave Wittenberg as Cliff as Kakashi. That one completely went over my head.
Right, I've made up my mind.
In that case, thanks in advance.
You're welcome. Now, let's get to Aquios.
Alright. Wish I had the smithy hammer. But, okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. I looked up a couple of these things. Your voice is young Neji. Two Nejis. And one is actually a ninja. Whoa. 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 1, 2, 2 Nejis. Ha ha ha. Alright. I think I set up the shop to do some. I think I should set up this production line to do a little bit of inventing. So let me see. I do want to try inventing an item. And compounding is. I should have spent money on compounding. That was bad. Should have done that. But I do have engineering, so I might be able to put together something for that. No, he doesn't have. This guy doesn't have engineering. Engineering. Fate. And Glyph. Actually, Fate and Glyph. And no. My base range is between 119 and 131. Alright. Alright then, so. Plan. Right, so I can't specify in this case. I have to use original invention, and then I basically have to keep picking original invention until I get within the right price range for the item I want to try to invent. And from there, it's basically kind of luck. The base stats of my characters also have to kind of exceed the item I want to make. But smithery is relatively easy on that front. So, whoops. I just have to get the right cost now. Alright. I'm gonna try for this one particular thing. Okay, got a success. Failure. I'm gonna let it go for 5 and see what we get. Got a success. You can tell because their faces do the happy thing. Oh, one last night at MPA's. Yodoichi. Nice. Okay. Okay. 4 of those, which is not terrible. Not the item I wanted, but let me see if I can gum them into what I want. Nope. Yeah, so it's kind of a crapshoot. Insofar as what you can get. 9. Okay. So if this calculator is correct, if I do 129 for the cost, the only other thing I could wind up inventing is a set of daggers for now. Which I'll take, because, you know, fudge. $192, 124, no. Darn it, I had it perfect and I messed it up. 125, no. 2, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Had the perfect range and I messed it up. I can get... And you have no way of controlling the cost, at least that I know of. I could be very wrong about this and I could be doing it the clown shoes way, but this is the only way that I know of to actually adjust it. Nope. 120, too much overlap. So yeah, the key is that you want to pick a price point that does not overlap with that overlaps with as few other things as possible. And I had one, and I messed it up. So I have to doing this till I get the right one. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. Yeah, hang on. I wasn't looking at chat, I was looking at the later. Oh, music hail. Yeah, it's pretty random. Could be dozens of numbers before the right price range is rolled, or only a few. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, it's like... And yet I still like the system somewhat better than 4's, but I was also really bad at Star Ocean 4, so... My actual take on this, don't trust it, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna let them do like one more, because I'm not trying to burn all my full. Okay. 6. Alrighty. I want to see if I can get those Ronzel daggers for now, but gotta see. Gatling gauntlets. Nah, too expensive. Yeah, the main thing about item creation early on, especially, is that you want to make sure that you're so if I can get 127, then I can make the daggers without too much issue. But yeah, the main thing early on is that you can't shoot for the really expensive stuff, because you'll definitely blow it. It's not really any good. Could do a replica gun if I'm able to get the high. Kinda just want those daggers though. But I have to hit like a 127 to get like no duplicates, which is probably not possible. If I can get within the range, I'll try it and see if I can get it, and then that'll be the last set I do. But I need... the Sword of the Blessed is what I was going for, and that was on purpose. I absolutely definitely went for that on purpose. As far as the Sword of the Blessed goes. the roundel daggers now I'm just doing because I kind of want to. I think 120 will overlap with something else. Oh, hang on, let me go back. And let me try one other thing. I'm just playing around a little bit to see what else I can get. I can do cooking, alchemy, engineering, and synthesis. Synthesis is really important, which is why I spent all the money on it, but engineering, if I get Nell, Fate, and Cliff. My base range is between 33 and 37, so... Alright. Yeah, I'm just spinning up a couple of these things just because money will be helpful here. Don't ask too many questions about how Nell is living in pre-industrial society and yet knows how to work engineering tools. Don't think about it too hard. Don't. Don't. But yeah, duck bombs. The reason why I'm making those is because throw them and they do stun damage. But the main purpose of me inventing all this stuff is so I can register it and start, one, boosting my own invention ranking, but also getting in money. I've done that. That's enough of that nonsense for now. Equipment. I think the Sword of the Blessed is not actually better for Fate, and I made 6 of them because I'm a genius. Alright, so let's see.
I'll have it evaluated.
Oh. Ow.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item. It looks like you should try a little harder.
I suppose we can reconcile Nell's world's engineering is cutting edge for a 17th century Earth.
Once we test the market,
Yeah.
we'll decide the quantity to distribute.
Just about.
What will you be showing us? Are you sure
Okay.
this is the item? Okay,
So,
then.
let's just
I'll
go.
have it evaluated.
Oh yeah, these are just gonna go straight down, huh? Oh. My heart.
Here's the tentative evaluation. Hylas, are you sure this is
Alright.
okay then? I'll have it evaluated.
I was hoping for better, but I forgot how cheap I'm being right now.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item.
I mean, still double digits, yeah.
For which you can file the invention. Your accomplishments have earned you the top rank. Well done.
But it doesn't matter,
I knew you could do it.
because right now, the field is still so low that I can just put out a bunch of crud and it'll still work. I'm probably not doing this efficiently in the sense that I'm not aiming for the things that will get me the highest valuation, but it is hard to afford those because they cost more to make. Obviously, but... Alright, let me go sell some of this other stuff. Let me go sell some of this other stuff, rest in the inn, and then we need to head out to Aquios. Start making our way forward, because those Swords of the Blessed aren't doing anything for me right now. So I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell all those. Gonna sell all of these. Actually, I made back a pretty good chunk of money. I'm keeping the duck bombs because being able to stun an enemy in this game on demand is very good. Well, I did work back a couple of things. EM bomb, MP, flare bomb, mine bomb, EM stun bomb. Alright. Actually, it looks like I have a couple other engineering things I might be able to pick up. Right, so basically the only other trick here, insofar as controlling what items you get, is making sure that there are some characters that basically each character has a certain table of items that they can make. And so if you're trying to, if you're like, I can't get this exact price point, if I can't get this exact price point that I need for this particular item, you have to kind of game the system by also making sure that you don't have somebody on the team that has an overlapping item range with the thing you want to make. It gets real intricate sometimes when you think about it, but it's tricky. At any rate, well, SO3, Misty here, SO3. Yeah, so basically, the three inventors that are basically going to help us kind of break this game wide open are Eliza, Mackwell, and Misty Lear. And the reason why I say that is because the three of them together can produce an item called the Philosopher's Stone, which gives a flat 500 attack to whatever item you put it on. That eventually does not become useful in like the very, very late game and the post game, but for most of the rest of Disc 1 as well as most of Disc 2, just having like Orichalcum or the equivalent for magic attack power on given weapons is enough to basically break the game in half for most of the main game. Like the real end game strat is basically to is something even more ridiculous that I'm not doing because it requires obscene amounts of money, and we're not doing that.
Looks like an even match.
Yeah, you thought. You really thought. Cliff, why'd you knock him over? Oops. I'm laughing just because Nell was casting a spell, but I think because the enemy literally fell on top of her, she was trying to guard the whole time. So it's like, it's going like. Get out of the way. Okay, I'm not doing this. What? Lightning Blast gave it back HP. My heart is in pain. That was no bueno. Alright. So. Right. 10,000 full. Do I even have that much? I don't. Crud. Okay, so. That's gonna be the next thing that I need to do, which is to make such obscene amounts of money that I can actually recruit one of the three characters I need to make that Philosopher's Stone, because otherwise the last bosses of this disc are basically going to laugh at me, eat me, and then like poop out my bones somewhere, and I'm not about that life. So basically this not only means I need to be inventing stuff out the wazoo, but I also need to be making tons of money. I can maybe get away with it if I don't have Eliza, but I would rather not put it to chance. There's like a lot of like assumptions that are gonna have to go into that. So in order to get the money to do this, I'm gonna be having to do a couple of 100% map completions. I might have to do a couple of them off stream, because with 100% map completion, you get an item called a scale bunny, like literally just a scale model of a rabbit. But the important thing about scale bunnies, aside from the fact that they give movement speed, which I don't really care about, they also sell for dough, lots of dough. No. Okay. I'm so happy that the gauge doesn't break when the other characters die. No. Get out of here with that. I'm not in the mood for that. Get out of here with that. Cliff, why do you do this to me, Cliff? I'm trying to combo.
Too late for regret.
Every time, my guy is just like, yo, I'm gonna do this, and knock them over in the middle of my combo. Like, bruh. Okay. Duck and dip around here. I think we can get 100% completion on Arisa fields, but I'm not totally sure. Okay, now they come in blonde. No. Oh god. You have no idea how paranoid I am about accidentally breaking the bonus gauge right now. Don't even know. Fresh Sage. Now get up. Alright. Oh, whoop. That's the... Got it? Thanks. I forgot packages were coming. I couldn't hear it over. Oh, we're yelling angrily. Okay. Alright. Got him.
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
And that's how you do it.
Flex. Okay. We're almost there. I'm like 95% sure I can get completion on this whole map. I just have to... this part, and then I have to go out on the edges, and then I think we should be good.
Looks like an even match.
Alright, see? And now that we've hit 5, we also have double fold in our bonuses. When I get to 10, it'll add, don't want any of that smoke. See? Now knows the score.
Want some?
Got him.
Moron, know your enemy before you strike the...
Yeah, like, lizards aren't worth a lot of full, but you know, that's okay. I can live with that.
Wait, I'll go easy on you.
Yeah.
Too slow.
Yeah, the reptiles definitely have good gauge bonus, which is useful, but that will eventually peter off. Because right now I think they're roughly on level with us, and that's why. But as we get stronger, I think the gauge rate goes down accordingly. Okay. This chunk over here, and then I think I gotta go dip over to the left side of the map again and go run up and down that way. If I remember correctly, I think there's a bonus dungeon that's available on this left side of the map, but we're not going there for a while. It has some of the best music in this game, but it also requires an item that we don't have yet, that I think we're gonna get when I actually get around to going to the next town, which is not too far from here. That's the only reason why I'm stopping to kind of like grind a little XP and pick up some stuff. Ooh. Nice. So yeah, when enemies get frozen in this game, or if you get frozen in this game, be very afraid. If enemies get frozen in this game, be very happy, and then go run over and like smack them in the face. Because if you break them while they're frozen, they die. Yeah, Star Ocean 3, everybody. Girl loves its I-wing buttons.
What? An attack from behind?
And that's the other reason why you want to make sure that they don't get to do stuff. Oh no. Come on, wake up Fate, wake up Fate, wake up Fate. No, enough of that. So yeah, that's the other reason why you want Death Bombs. Like, so when I said that like stunning enemies in this game is like really important, that's why. Because there are times when they're gonna do something that will completely ruin your day, and then the response to it will be this. There's a paper I ordered. Alright. Yep, and then if you go over here... Oh, I lied. It's another section of the Arisa Fields. But we will go check that out in a second. So I don't have to get like 100. I just need to kind of scrape the edges a little bit, get a few more percentage points, and that will probably put me over.
What? An attack from behind? Like this?
Healing.
Blade of Fury! Blade of Fury!
No.
Blazing Sword! Once more! Blade of Fury! That was easy.
Yeah, like I said. So, thou shalt not allow a witch to, you know, do that. Way more trouble than it's worth to let them do anything in this game, so... So, yes. The reason why I want this, it does give a movement speed bonus in battle, but I don't care about that, because I move quickly enough anyway. Well, I kind of care. But the more important, and these effects stack, but the more important thing is that I can sell that for all the dash, and I want to do that. That is a very good thing. carries. Those are for healing, which is good. Okay, yeah. This does lead to where I think it does. I'm only gonna go into this. Do you keep the movement speed if you sell it? No, you don't. Unfortunately. I wish you did, but you don't. However, what I need right now, more than that, is the money. Mostly because synthesis in this game, like in order to actually do my game-breaking thing, I'm gonna need cash. I'm gonna need a lot of cash. And so right now, money is more important. Ooh. I will check that in a second. Synthesis materials, I also need those. So that looks like some new invention stuff went down. But yeah, so it's generally speaking though, with small maps or smaller maps, like the Arisa Fields and stuff, it's best to clear them all the way through your first time through. It may take a little bit extra time, but being able to like sell off the scale bunnies really early on is very helpful for giving yourself seed money for inventions, being able to afford stuff. A lot of the small things that you're going to need later are made a lot easier if you make sure that you have and can sell your scale bunnies. Because the movement speed is kind of whatever, and there are other ways to jack it up and boost it up later. And much better ways of that, so. Yeah, and so sometimes the only way, and like I said, you don't have to get like exactly 100% on the dime to get the completion rate, but if you get close enough, then that is usually good enough. Okay. I will take one detour just to go into the dungeon into this bonus dungeon that's over here, but I'm not going to stay there very long because a lot of the stuff in there is really good, but you can't get any of it until you have a certain item in your possession that right now I don't. So, this is the Aquatic Garden of Surferio, which is a bonus dungeon that was added specifically to the international version of Star Ocean 3 when it was released. Well, less in the sky and more that you're standing above a huge cache of ruins. Like if you look, I'll turn off the map so you can see, but if you look, you can see that this goes very far down. I'm not going to go super deep into here because there are definitely some puzzles that you can only get by, and also some of these enemies will just like ruin my day. But this is a bonus dungeon that was added to Star Ocean till the end of time for the international release. There are a bunch of really good items in here, but it requires an item called the Ring of Disintegration that I do not have yet in order to really make the most of all that. Also, some of those enemies will just like beat the crap out of me, so not going super deep into there. However, that song, More Complicated, is probably easily one of the best songs that Motoi Sakuraba has ever written in his life, and you cannot at me about that. Like, it's just a flat fact. It is so good. And hopefully we will hear more of it at some point, but that point is not today. So, alright, let me just finish the last little bit of this map. So, that's 2 scale bunnies that we just picked up. So yeah, it's a 10% movement speed buff that I don't care about. What I do care about is that will give me so much dosh. And that money we will then use to recruit our game breaky of game breakers. And it's going to be amazing. And I'm super stoked. But let's actually get to Aqueous first. I should also probably also check what happened with the inventions.
Good morning. You're sure up early. Preparedness now saves grief later.
Okay, so the good thing is that these characters are coming up with things that are at some weak ratings.
A new product has gone on sale.
Okay, so only 2 of these, only 3 of these, only 8 of these, only 2 of those. So the most expensive thing that I have been able to put on the market, glider.
The invention list has been updated. You can look up products that have been invented so far.
I mean, we take those, I guess.
Get to collect valuables.
So now that I've kind of put a couple of inventions out there, should be able to make money passively on them as they're sold, but it'll take a little while to get some returns, you know, as often happens. Okay, we finally made it to our final destination for now.
Beautiful city.
Yes. It's the pride of our kingdom. But there are people trying to take this city for themselves.
Harrycliff, huh?
Yes.
Nell, what happens next?
First, I'll introduce the 2 of you to our ruler.
You mean the queen?
Queen.
That's right.
So what's this queen like, anyway? I was kind of hoping she'd be hot myself.
So, okay, I guess there is one way that you can tell that Cliff is basically also voiced by Kakashi. Exhibit A.
Look, Cliff, whatever you do, please don't say something like that in front of Her Majesty.
Come on, you know I'm just teasing. It's a J-O-K-E.
Cliff.
Yeah, right.
No, really.
Shut up, Cliff.
Should we go
Not
then?
that fate, indeed.
Let's. The castle is straight down this road.
Hey, wait up, you guys!
Oh, right. Something else that also happens. Occasionally, as you reach certain major plot points, new inventors become available. So whenever you see that entry remark, it means that somebody new is out and about.
Hey there. How's new product development going? Is there a rival that concerns you?
So Eliza, Gotts, and Stannis. We're getting her. Her talent level is kind of low, but the talent level is kind of low as far as alchemy goes, but she is one of 3 people that can make a Philosopher's Stone. So getting hold of her, as well as Macwell and Misty Lear, and that is the plan in order to get that super broken Philosopher's Stone. Or Orichalcum, sorry. Blah. Not Philosopher's Stone. Eliza, Macwell. Lear. With the Alchemist, yeah. Like, Orichalcum is... Whew. It is a rough call, but the main thing is that with Orichalcum, basically, not the Philosopher's Stone, with Orichalcum, the game basically kind of breaks, you basically break the game over your back. So, maybe not with Eliza, but like the next highest person that has it, that I will have on hand, is maybe Nell, and that's even with the Alchemist Stone on top of that. Now, if I had... Yeah, like basically, if I had the best... If I had like the absolute best inventor in the game, then it becomes easy. But I won't by the time I'm ready to invent this, which means that I'm going to be basically doing that. Do her stats improve? They don't. A character's whatever item creation stats they have are fixed. Never changes. So the main thing is that, as far as this goes, what can happen is that one of two things. Either a character has really terrible stats, but they know how to make a specific item that other characters don't, or they have really good stats, but then their spread of what items they can make is kind of big. It becomes kind of a challenge of it becomes sort of a challenge of trying to mix it between characters that can make what you want, and I think I said this earlier, so I'm sorry for repeating myself. It's a mix between characters who can make what you want and actually hitting the skill cap for what you need to make it. Yeah, smart and skillful people, exactly. That's basically the strat. People who know how to make the thing that you want,
Hey there, how's the continental map has been
as well as
You can check the cities and dungeons that dot the
people who know how to make what you want, as well as people that have the talent to actually do the thing. Yeah, that's basically how it works. Alchemy, though, is one of those skills that, as far as your player characters go, not very many of them are skilled at it, so that's part of why making a philosopher's orichalcum, I'm going to keep getting that wrong, making orichalcum is going to be really hard, mostly because I'm not going to have the skill level to hit it exactly on, so I'm going to have to approximate a little bit. Okay, so if you're wondering, so this right here, this is why you want scale bunnies. This is chump change compared to what happens later in the game, but look at how much money you get from selling these. I now have 24,706 full. Easy. I can also sell the textbooks for my fielding stuff, but don't do that. Raises the success. Oh, and there are also items like this. Raises the success rate when creating items of XYZ talent. Don't sell these. For all that is good and holy, do not sell these. Because that, you need those. Don't sell those. I'm gonna see if I can pick up some fresh sage actually, because I got messed up before. Hello and welcome. Looking for anything special? Yes, actually. And you don't have it anyway. Thanks, lady. Much appreciated. Whatever. Give me this. Okay, bye. Okay. I do want to meet the queen today. Definitely want to meet the queen today. Did I actually check out what was in this shop, or was I just too busy making memes and laughing? Silver dagger. Heavy armor, anointed chainmail, battle axe. So as you can see, like the stuff that I have actually, the stuff that I've invented actually is now showing up here. But okay. Two things of heavy armor, anointed chainmail, and that should be enough for now. The main thing is that I need at least 10,000 full to get Eliza. So I just need to figure out where in this city she is, and then I'm good. Grown-ups really have it so easy. It's tough being a kid my age when you have to study day after day. Sorry, kid. Oh, so you're a traveler too. I'm from Surferio in the Sandmite Republic. Wow, isn't this Circuit City of Aquaria something else? So bright and flashy that kind of gives me the willies. What? The war? Asking if it's still safe for me to be here? Well, I suppose if things get dangerous, I can just leave in a hurry. I'll be fine. Alright, I guess so. Heavy armor. Armor. Going to chainmail. Alright. Actually, where the heck is Eliza? Okay, so she is somewhere around here. I just don't know where. Although protecting this sacred city is a very important duty, I feel so impatient where I have to stay here, away from the battlefield at such a crucial time. Look, dude. Just be cool. It's fine. It must be my mother's influence. I've always found her knowledge is very fascinating. Once I grew up, I wanted to study many things, but I've given up such ideas completely. The biggest reason is I have an infant brother, and studying requires a considerable sum of money. Sure, we don't have the means for such luxuries. Show her 10,000 full. I'm a very rich man. Give her 10,000 full. Yep, I'll be her patron. Okay, now I asked where to place her. So, Curlsaw. Gonna leave her in Paterni for right now. So yeah, the main thing is that the main sort of stumbling point is that you can still move inventors freely to and from most major workshops, but the real trick is that you have to be careful about when and where you invest certain amounts of money. Like, I sunk a lot of my seed money into Paterni just because it's very central and you pass through there a lot. But different places have different facilities available to start off with.
The royal castle lies ahead. The chapel is not open for worship at this time.
If you are here to worship, come back later.
Hold on a second. Just now, that voice. That Mr. Spike Spiegel? Do workshops gain facilities? You have to pay for them. You have to pay in order to actually have workshops expand out. There are also workshops that are in dungeons, but those are fixed and you can't expand them. But the workshops that are in towns, you can kind of expand at your leisure. So I sunk most of my seed money into Paterni.
Otherwise, you best leave.
At ease.
Lady Nell!
So these guys, I mean, these gentlemen are...
That's right.
Yep, that's none other than Stephen Triple. He isn't everything. Huh.
We'll be going in now.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to the audience chamber upstairs.
What's in there?
That's the chapel. Pilgrimages to Kadan, the holy land of Atheris, involve such a long and treacherous journey that most people just do their worshiping here, in the castle chapel.
The chapel.
If you're interested, go take a look later.
I might just do that.
The audience chamber is this way. Follow me.
And yes, I think that Nell actually is physically on the map for this part. And you do have to follow her. It is possible to go like exploring around and doing other stuff, but she gets angry if you do that. And there are relationship values in this game that determine who you get an ending with, and that in turn does have an effect on something else that comes up in one of the bonus dungeons. I can tell you right now I have no idea whose ending I'm going to get. Actually manipulating it in order to get a specific ending requires a level of forethought and planning that is way too much for a casual playthrough of this game. As in, you have to actually look at which events to see and not see, and what things to say and not say, plus maybe cheat with a bunch of stat potions in order to actually get people to sort of change their minds. It's a lot. To actually get a specific ending, it's a lot. Because even characters that you haven't met yet can respond to certain things that you say in cutscenes. It is entirely BS, and I hate it, but it's real. So I'm not aiming for a particular character pairing, because that would have required me to do way more work than I was willing to put up with, so we're kind of freestyling it.
I have returned, Your Majesty.
You have done well. Are these the ones?
Yes, Magistrate Lascelles.
Lift your faces. Her Majesty will speak now. Listen well to her words.
Welcome, engineers of Greeton, to the sacred kingdom of Aquaria. I am the queen of this country, Romeria Zin Emuril.
My name is Fate Line God.
My name is Cliff Fitter, Your Majesty. I am deeply honored and grateful for this audience with your royal person.
Actually behaved himself. That was surprising.
We have summoned you to this royal palace to request your assistance. As you may have heard, our country is at war with Eriglyph, and the war is not going well for Aquaria. The situation calls to mind Chapter 15 of Icolos' Book of Prophecies, a book that contains the holy teachings of Apris.
Icolos' Book of Prophecies?
Chaos in the Holy Land. The chaos shall spread catastrophe, and from that catastrophe shall be born a new maelstrom of war. It is our belief that this prophecy is about to come true. And we believe that you are the arrow of which the prophecy speaks. Our country is now embroiled in a war with Eriglyph.
Cliff gunning for the queen. That's a good question. Honestly, based on how she looks, if he was, I would not blame her. Him? God. I'm tired. That said, he definitely seems to have been serious when he said, I'm not gonna. And honestly, at least she's not an old... Honestly though, like, there is nothing wrong with being old though. There's nothing wrong with that.
Unless something is done, our innocent citizens shall
Shame on you. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, Stubby.
We beg of you to lend us your strength.
What? Oh. Oh, wow. She actually... Damn. She's serious. Actually got down on bended knee and everything to beg. Yo. He is serious.
Please, Your Majesty. I don't know what we'll be able to do, but we will do all we can. That is why we came here.
We are in your debt.
Guard? Show the travelers from Greeton to the guest quarters.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I forgot. Like, she actually legit got down on
These
her
are my
hands and
orders.
knees. Please.
You may stroll around the castle as you wish. If you need something, ask the nearest soldier. Thanks, pal. So what are you gonna do?
What do you mean, do?
They said you could walk around the castle if you want to. I think I'm gonna go check out the chapel.
The chapel?
Yeah, well, I'm an atheist myself, but I'm sorta interested in the art.
You? Interested in art?
Hey, don't laugh. I'm actually a bit of an artiste myself, although you wouldn't think it to look at me.
And also, in all seriousness, like, people crack jokes, but Cliff, like, he's not a genius, but if you look even at his, item creation stats, he is pretty good at not only smithing, but also, like, engineering, compounding. Like, he's not a musclehead or anything.
She did?
Thinks so to look at him, but he's not.
That's right. She said you're the kind of guy who decides with his emotions before using his head. In other words, she thinks I'm an impressionist.
I don't think that's what she meant.
Yeah, she also said I'm always looking at pretty women, which I guess was her way of praising my keen sense of aesthetics, don't you think?
I can't with this guy. I almost swore. I almost said a swear word. I'm trying hard not to do that. I can't with this guy.
I wonder.
Well, anyway, there you have it. Be back in a bit.
I absolutely cannot with this guy. Like, he's praising my keen sense of aesthetics. I'm like, and the part that is both hilarious but also the most painful is that he plays it up a little bit. Like, you go that there's no possible way that he could actually just kind of be this, but he is 100%. Who's over here? What is it, Fate? I thought this was only tuning. She got some rest today. Okay, so can't leave the castle. Okay, cool. May the war end soon. Great and powerful Apris, please save me. Prayer's too much of a bother. Okay. Hey, Fate, did you come out and check out the chapel too? Yeah. Just walking around the castle, checking it out, so I thought I might as well stop by here. But enough about me. How about you, Cliff? Picked up any interesting information? Well, I suppose so. Oh. So what did Mirage say? She's one cold lady. She said, I sneaked the emergency subspace. Hang on. Good. She said, I sneaked the emergency subspace communicator out of the Eagle. I need you to secure a power source to operate it, and you must also protect the target. Better? I wanted to complain, but I couldn't get through to her. She might have been underground or something. Bah. Still, thanks to her, we picked up a little bit of information. Interplanetary transmission is out of the question, but intercepting communications in the immediate area doesn't take that much energy. Okay? Wait a second. How'd you know Mirage contacted me? I'm sure I hadn't told you that yet. I just pretended to know more than I did, and got you to spill the beans. Besides, it's not at all like you to be in a place like this. Damn! Craftier than I expected. But you're right. Even I can't deny that I'm a bit out of place here. So, what have you learned? Not much, to tell you the truth. About all I know is it's teaming with Federation and Vendini ships out there. The Vendini are the people that attacked the resort planet we were staying on. And it seems it'll be a while before Quark's main fleet gets here. You mean to tell me that the war between Vendine and the Federation isn't over yet? No, Fade, it's not over yet. It's still going. That's right. The Federation has strength of numbers on their side, but Vendine still dominates some regions. I suppose the Federation will prevail as long as Aldine doesn't butt in, but it will still take some time. What about my mother and father? Any word about them? Nothing at all. Unfortunately, we don't even know if they are alive and well. Ugh. There's no use getting all upset about it. After all, it's not like you've heard they've been killed or something. Cliff, this is not how you reassure people. Jesus Christ. I understand. Thanks. Alright. Well, that's that. Well, we only have about 3 minutes left on the stream. I'm gonna just go save again and kill it for right now, because I gotta eat and handle some other stuff, and we're not gonna be able to do that much more. As soon as I can remember which room is the room that we're staying in. Other side. Humble with knowledge am I, many a things I make, much study and research, weapons I Singing like this really helps speed my work along. Evidently, I wrote the lyrics and music to the song you just heard. I also arranged and performed it for you. It's titled Working Woman's Blues. Okay, that's a little on the nose. That's a little on the nose, Enix, really? Other side of the castle, okay. Or Square Enix, rather. They were Square Enix by the time this game came out. Yeah, normally, they mark, rest spots on your map with some other stuff. Oh, did I trip an event flag?
Oh, you're back. See anything interesting?
Cliff, I was just talking to you in the chapel. What?
Not really. Cliff? Hmm? You told me I'd understand everything once I met Quark's leader, right?
I don't think I said everything, but yeah.
I have no idea how long this next cutscene is going to be, so we might actually end the stream after I get out of it.
But you didn't expect things to turn out this way either, did you?
Right? He's like, you see anything interesting? He's like, Cliff, I just spoke to you in the chapel. But now you're like, you see anything interesting? I'm too tired for this, man.
Not really.
So tell me, who's the leader? What will I understand? Why did the Vendini capture my dad? You know something, don't you?
I don't know everything, but what I do know wouldn't do you any good anyway.
But I may never find out.
Relax. You'll see your dad again. I'll make sure of it. Just be patient.
I was actually expecting Fate to be like, now you listen here, and then get really mad, but he didn't. And take those.
I'm coming in.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, thanks.
Today we're going to the Runological Weapon Research Facility.
Oh, that where they're making that weapon?
Yes. It's time. Time for you to lend us your knowledge.
Sure, but until we actually see it, we can't make any promises.
Of course. First, I want you to meet the person in charge. Her lab is on the west side of the castle. Shall we then?
We shall. Next time. Not this time. You would think so, but we were actually, I think, in the spot already. I went there by accident trying to get back to here. Any road. Alright, everybody. Thank you for coming by the stream today. Deeply appreciated, whether you were just watching or doing active commentary in the chat. I appreciate you either which way. Hopefully you had some fun with this one. Next week, hopefully I should have some nice new prototype stuff to show you, either for Mage Princess Aalia or for Attack on Akiras. Wash your hands, wear your mask, be safe, watch your back, have a good rest of your day, and hopefully a good weekend. I will see you all next week.